So I've been talking about it a lot that like the media, they pretty much try to make a story out of nothing. So I'm pretty much going to do the same thing right now because let's be honest about it. This ain't even really about Jaylen Warren. It is about Jaylen Warren, but it ain't about Jaylen Warren because this is more of a league wide epidemic that running backs basically don't get paid any money. They running backs is probably one of the most physical positions in football. You have to be one of the best athletes on the entire field, one of the strongest, one of the fastest, and you pretty much take most of the punishment. You got to run in between the tackles against defensive tackles and linebackers and get hit in the mouth. I mean, that's why you practice Oklahoma drills, back on backer drills, man. That's what it's all about. Is really football's won and lost in the trenches, man. And you got Jaylen Warren here who's on basically an undrafted rookie contract getting paid absolutely nothing. Thank God that egregious fine was he got it whatever appealed and he won his appeal and he didn't have to pay that fine because that literally was a game check for Jaylen Warren. There were two games where Jaylen Warren has not been paid and he is was led the league in rushing the past 4 weeks in the NFL, and against the Arizona Cardinals he came out and he said, well, it seemed like we were unprepared to play the 2-10 teams, and he just buys into that coaching narrative against Mike Tomlin, and he gives the media something to run with, and it becomes a distraction. And Tomlin is fucking getting hated on big time because of these two huge losses in a row that put the Pittsburgh Steelers on the outside looking in, and now they need help, and they're going to have to win a lot of tough games the rest of the way. And TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith is in concussion protocol now, and Kenny Pickett is sidelined for basically the rest of the season, maybe last 2 weeks of the season. And does it really make a difference? I don't know. Mitchell Babitsky's terrible. Kenny Pickett's terrible. So it just goes to question, if you're Jaylen Warren next season, you have 1 year left in your rookie contract, would you not hold out for more money? Why not? Why are you going to go and risk it? Jaylen Warren's 25 years old. He's pretty much coming into his prime. Running backs don't have that many years in the league. Why does he want to play second fiddle with Najee? Because we got Najee on a $7 million deal next year. What are we going to cut Najee Harris and take a salary cap hit? I doubt it. Are we going to pay him $7 million next year? Are we going to trade him? Who knows what we're going to do with this team? There's a lot of question marks on this team, especially if they don't make the playoffs. And like those are two totally different videos. But honestly, the way running backs are getting paid, you got to strike while the iron is hot, and it's not going to be any harder for Jaylen Warren than this offseason to at least get paid $3, $4, $5, $6 million a year. Najee's getting paid $7, and he's out producing Najee with less touches. Imagine if he goes to a team that implements like a lot of screens and a lot of passes to the running back that's going to get him involved and get him a lot of carries, the type of production that he can put up. Let's be honest about it. And he's already coming out saying the team's unprepared. So what is he trying to say? That he wants the ball more? He probably should get the ball more, and he's been earning to get the ball more and more each week. His yards per carry average is ridiculous. I mean, there was one he did like it was like a spin move, juke, Heisman, like blah, 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 like I have the short uploaded on it's just ridiculous. Some of the things he's doing. He runs with aggression. He's 5'8", like 215, and he runs like he's 6'2", 250. So, there's a team out there that would be willing to pay this guy at least more than what we're paying him right now. So why wouldn't he hold out? It's a perfect time to hold out, create the chaos in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's losing, and he holds out, and there's going to be somebody out there that wants to pick him up. The Ravens are a team that likes to run the ball. The Browns are a team that likes to run the ball. So there's two division rivals that can just snag him up for a few $1 million and throw him in there. Nick Chubb's been hurt, so you throw Jaylen Warren in there with Nick Chubb, and you give him a few more dollars. I mean, come on. I mean, he's making under $1 million. He's basically probably making the league minimum. And like I said, there's 2 games where this guy did not even get paid. Now he did get paid because the league overturned his the fine, and his appeal won because he never should have been fined. But that's the way the league's going right now. There's no protection for the running backs. They was even trying to make a rule where running backs got to lower their head. They can't even lower the crown of their helmet. So basically what the NFL is saying, that it's okay for running backs that they have to stand straight up and down so Ray Lewis can hit them right in their midsection and break their ribs. because they're all about player safety, right? The NFL is so much about player safety, and those blocks, like, doesn't even make sense. He was trying to protect his quarterback from getting blindsided, a hit in the back of his spine, and he got hit for unnecessary roughness. So what? No wonder he won his appeal, bro, because it's a joke. It's a joke that he even got fined. Who's the one dishing out these fines? Roger Goodell? And what are you, lying in your pocket with this dude's money when he's out there going and getting hit and taking punishment week in and week out? Probably one of the most physical punishment, like I said, in the league. I mean, come on, running backs, bro. They're getting hit, they're getting pounded on, they're carrying a rock. They have to be the most physical and the best athlete on the field, next to like linebackers and like linemen and defensive ends. Come on, they have to be strong, fast. They have to do it all to be an elite running back like a LaDainian Thomason, some of the best, Adrian Petersons, LTs, Curtis Martins, Eric Dickersons, Walter Paytons. Come on, man. So if I'm Jaylen Warren, I don't want to play second fiddle no more. I know what I can do. My production speaks for itself. I need the ball. I need to go to a team that's going to give me an opportunity to feast. And I'm holding out. And you guys can either trade me, release me, do what you want, but I'm not playing. Or you can give me more money. If you give me more money and I'll come play with you guys. But if you ain't give me a little bit more dough, there ain't going to be no show from Jaylen Warren. And that's the bottom line. I could see that honestly happening in the offseason. So I hate to build this narrative, but it's just a shame that running backs, I would honestly support a Jaylen Warren holdout because he does deserve more money and he earned himself more money on this team because this dude has been the entire offense all year long pretty much, man. Him and Naj. I mean, you can't hate on Naj. So it's just a horrible situation that he's in. They drafted Naj before him, and he just came out undrafted and just earned his way on the roster and earned to the position where he's at. And it's time. If I'm him and I'm his agent, I'm getting my dude some money, and we're holding out, and we're gonna get you at least $1 million, $2 million, $3.5 million to go out there and take that punishment. So if the NFL does decide to fine you some lily lick bullshit, you at least get a little bit of a fucking game check. And if you don't win your appeal. So that's my take. I could see a Jaylen Warren holdout in the near future for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the offseason.